Today, we celebrate mothers, our grandmothers, aunts, cousins, sisters, friends, but most importantly, our own mothers. Whether you've carried a baby in your arms or only in your heart, you are still a mother. Motherhood is not a one-size-fits-all. What does motherhood mean to you? To me, motherhood is dedication, commitment, love, sacrifice. Motherhood is giving your all even when you feel like you have nothing left to give. Motherhood is the most important work that you will ever do. So today, let's remember to tell those mothers in our lives why we love them.
I love my grandma because she is funny and nice. I love my grandma because she does nice things for me. She is sweet and loving. I love my grandma because she lets me sleep at her house. I love my grandma because she gives me peanut butter. I love Grandma. Happy Mother's Day, Grandma. Dad.
Hello and welcome to our very special program. Today we will be reading a selection from A Mother's Day Story by Jason D. Kipp. Once upon a time in the land of Lincoln, when America was celebrating its 200th birthday, bell-bottoms were hip, afros were cool, John Travolta had the Saturday Night Fever, and the Bee Gees took over the AM radio. The year was 1976, and on July 22nd, our story began. Hi Mom, happy Mother's Day. Which just so happens to mark our 44th Mother's Day together, celebrating you as my mom. 45th if you count time served in the womb. I wish I could say that I remember every single one of them, but let's be honest, I have inherited your memory, so I don't. But I do know that each one of them were special because it was honoring everything you did and continue to do for me and for all of us each and every day. What were we doing? Oh, the video, that's right. See, it's the memory thing again. All right, let's get serious for a few minutes, sorry. I have been blessed with a mom who loves with her whole heart, who forgives even in times when I didn't make it easy. Have I always been the perfect son? No. I've made my share of mistakes. Have we always seen eye to eye? No. But you've always been there with understanding, forgiveness, compassion, and love. You've always been there to lend a helping hand, to give a shoulder to cry on, or just an open ear to listen when I needed to share whatever it was I had on my chest. We've been through so much over the last 44 years, as life has brought so much good and plenty of bad, but we have proven that we can weather any storm and come out better people. The good has always far outweighed the bad. And you're always there to remind me of that, especially with what we are dealing with right now in the world. It's hard living 2,000 miles away, missing out on so many things with you all. But I take a little comfort in knowing that one phone call can always make me feel reconnected and loved. When I said I was moving to Las Vegas, even though you knew you would miss me and the future was so uncertain, you understood that I needed to go and find my way in life. You stood by me and supported my decision. Something special was going to happen to me. I was sure of it. I just didn't know what that was yet. That what finally happened to me on August 31st, 2013. A repeat of another day, a magical day from 1991. That day, our Bella Jane Kipp was born. A day that changed my life forever, as I myself had now become a parent. But I was not worried, as I knew that I always had you by my side to help guide me through. It is because of the love you had shown me that I now understood what a parent's true love really was. From the very first moment I looked into my daughter's eyes. My heart grew 10 times in size at that moment, and every decision I made moving forward was because of the love I have in my heart for my Bella. The same love you had always shown me. Okay, so another one of the many traits I inherited from you was the ability to write a novel and speak my feelings for an undefined amount of time. So I will try not to linger too much more. Thank you for the sacrifices you have made for me as a young mother, for the undying love you continue to give, for the understanding of my many imperfections, and for supporting me in my life's ventures, for helping me when I needed the most, for talking me through my feelings, or just when I needed someone to talk to, often into the wee hours of the morning, for loving my Bella, your granddaughter, with all your heart, and for always being there for each and every one of us. Most importantly, thank you for making the decision you made back in 1975 to become an 18-year-old mother. By far not an easy decision to make, I'm sure, knowing what you would have to sacrifice in return. While my life may not be perfect or turn out the way I planned, it is a life worth living. One that I would not have had if it weren't for you. On those days that you sit and question what your life is worth, just think about this. If it weren't for you, there would be no Jason, no Nikki, Madeline, Lillian, Oliver, Abigail, or Bella. 7 lives created directly because of you. There would be no chance for future children, your great-grandchildren, that we have yet to meet. And who knows what would have happened to Grandpa Ray, or to the countless number of other lives that you have touched over the years. So you matter more than any amount of words can describe. Please don't ever forget that. One day is not enough to honor our mothers, but it is a day that we want to remind you of just how much you are thought of, how much you are loved, and how much you are needed. We will now take a little break for a moment so you can get a new tissue. Okay, here we go. A few key important days to remember in our history. July 22nd, 1976. An 18-year-old girl became a mother, as yours truly was born. Not yet a pain in the butt, I spent the next 15 years being the perfect child. April 28, 1990, you married a young 24-year-old man who took on the role of being the stepfather to a teenager only 11 years his junior. He became such a good man and an important one in my life. Grandpa Ray, thank you for your tolerance and your patience. I know it took a while. August 31st, 1991. You became a new mother again, giving me a sister, someone to spoil, take on many vacations, and make memories with. She grew to be a wonderful young woman, the first one to start the grandchildren train. Even better, she became an amazing mother, something you had a lot to do with. Her house is always sparkling clean and very well organized. So, thank you for teaching Nikki so well. She will make an incredible caregiver someday. You will be in very well-trained, capable hands. And of course, the birth dates of your beautiful grandchildren: March 27, 2012, Madeline the First. August 31st, 2013, Bella. May 13, 2014, Lillian. April 11, 2016, Oliver. And July 5th, 2018, our little Abigail. Okay, so now in closing. Even though there are 2,000 miles between us, please know that we think about you and pray for you each and every day. So again, from the bottom of my heart, almost made it. Thank you. Thank you for everything that makes you you. May God bless you in all the years to come, and may He give us many more years and memories. We love you very much, and wish you the happiest of Mother's Days. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
So we tried to film this with my children, but you know how they are, so you get just Mike and I. I do not have the gift of the gab like Jason, so mine will be a little shorter, much shorter, but that doesn't mean I love you less. When you welcomed me into this world, motherhood wasn't new to you, but becoming a mother to your second child 15 years later was a different walk in the park. I was your first baby girl. You now got to experience motherhood in a new way. Pretty dresses, hideous flop hats, jelly shoes, and all things girly. My long hair wasn't new to you though. as we can all see from Jason's teenage pictures. We would spend hours doing puzzles, coloring. You'd let me do your hair. My favorite memories include you and I skipping to go on the road with Dad, or our endless summer camping trips. Christmas always proved to be one for the books, year after year. I never had to go without. You'd let me skip school to have girls' days, getting our hair cut, lunch, a little shopping. We packed a lot of wonderful memories into my childhood. But I grew up. I became a normal teenage girl. I knew what was best for myself, and I thought you didn't understand. It wasn't until I became a mother myself that I realized how right you were all along. That everything you did to protect me and show me love. And maybe, after all, you did know a thing or two. Although I made my teenage years difficult, unlike Jason's innocence, you were always the first person I turned to when I needed somebody to talk to, no matter how awkward the conversation was. We went through everything together. A lot of really good times, but some extremely difficult times that not many people may know about, but we got through it together. My life would not be the same without you in it. I wouldn't have anyone to make egg salad the way you do, or my all-time favorite, dump cake. Who would I play games with? My kids don't last long enough for that. Who would I complain to about Mike? I can't talk about him to him. And who the heck would fold my clean laundry? Was that a requirement when I hit adulthood?
Yeah.
Thanks. So you see, whether you believe me or not, I still need my game-playing, husband-gossiping, laundry-folding mom. I am the woman I am because of you. We may be very different, but we're still very much the same. And you have always been a huge part in shaping me into the person that I am, from childhood to adulthood. You've been there every step of the way. You've always been my biggest fan. When I started sharing my life on YouTube, you applauded me for the work that I do. But Jason is right. My success as a homemaker and wife comes directly from you. People who know us both know that we are exactly alike, right down to our flooding emotions. P.S. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for that trait. You are one of the strongest women I know. How you've made it 63 years without becoming an alcoholic is beyond me. I could never put up with me, Jason, or Dad the way that you do. But in all seriousness, you've made it through every storm life has thrown at you. You've always come out on top, each time a little bit stronger than the rest. When Madeline was born, I didn't just become a mother. You took on a new role as well, a grandma, and now you're up to 5, which is where that number will stay, at least on our end. I don't know how I could have made it through that first year of motherhood without you. Let's be honest, you still helped me through motherhood 8 years and 4 kids later. I see the way your grandchildren light up your world. I remember immediately after Madeline was born, you called Nana in tears and were so proud of your new title. I know how much you wish you could still call her and brag to her about your grandkids. But I know she's still here with us, and she's proud of you for being the wonderful mother and grandmother that you are. Don't ever shortchange yourself or your worth. God looked at you and handpicked you to be mine and Jason's mother, and our children's grandmother. So today and every day, I love you. We all love you. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
We love you.